Okay, so mark out where my brackets are going to go, my D-rings anyway. I'm going to go back and hopefully route them out and recess them a little bit, and then hopefully they'll hit the beams I have going across here. Wife and I are going to go across the street and look at the houses they're building. They really screwed the plumbing up on. How did they get the plumbing right on this side and over here to get it all screwed up? That's okay. This makes no sense right here. At least not to me. I have no idea what that is. And this is where they really screwed up. This is supposed to be the master bedroom. The master bedroom's got plumbing in it for some reason. And it looks like this was supposed to be the bathroom, so they're going to replumb it and correct. See, all they got to do is cover up that stuff over there on the other side.
What do you mean?
That plumbing over there, all they got to do is cover over it and concrete over it. This over here is what they had to redo.
Oh my gosh. But I'm saying, how did they get to the stuff at the very bottom way down there?
What do you mean? That is deeper than I thought.
What did they have to do? Go all the way down there?
Yeah, I guess they shot it underneath. That's hard work right there, boy. I bet. Look, they had a pick and a shovel. Besides the saw they cut it with. They fixed it though. I'm going to.
It's not fixed yet.
There's no rebar in there though. I don't see any rebar cut it. Although I know I wouldn't want this house because if something starts leaking.
Wow. This is a disaster. I cannot believe that is a big mistake right there.
Oh, it looks like they're correcting it.
So then they had to pour concrete in here again?
Yeah. I have to save this video for whoever buys this house. I'll be like, here, you might want this later. Oh yeah, check this out. This is in the wrong place too. What does it say? Something stair stack or something like that. MP stair stack, whatever that is. Not a likely place to be putting plumbing.
Upstairs stack.
Yeah. You know what it's supposed to do? It's supposed to run right in that closet over there. Probably got it reversed. And just think, that many feet from that edge over there is probably supposed to be over this side over here.
You know what they did? The plumber completely reversed the plumbing.
Yeah. Exactly.
How'd they get it right?
That is a big oh, you know, not only that, but Sue Hooper came out here and inspected it and let them pour concrete over it.
Oh yeah.
Because I know one thing, I just wouldn't want to buy this house. This neighborhood looks like a totally different neighborhood from this perspective, doesn't it?
You're like all down in the hill, all down in the hill. Everybody's bigger than you.
Okay, so I had a problem with the ECU preventing the starter from engaging, and that happens when you have some sensors disconnected. And in order to alleviate that problem, I found that this yellow wire is the one that controls the ground. Well, it grounds the starter, and it enables you to control the relay. So what I'm doing is I'm just doing a direct ground for this yellow wire right here so that my starter engages and the computer can no longer control the starter. Okay, as a temporary measure, I am going to use this K&N filter, which everybody says don't use a paper filter, but this is just going to get me by until I can find the correct filter that I want to use for this setup. This is a mass airflow sensor and intake air temperature sensor in one, and this is required to make transmission work, as well as there's another one. These are my remaining sensors. This is the other air temperature sensor. For some reason that 6.4 had two of them, and I don't know which one is used to control the transmission, because there's two. I have to figure that out. But this is the one that goes before the air comes in. I think this is the one that's in the intake manifold. So I don't know which one of these is used for the transmission, but I'm going to have to figure that out. I got a fuel pressure temperature sensor and a oil temperature sensor. I don't know which one is which, but I know that I gotta get a wiring diagram to figure out exactly which one's which. One of them's gonna go. And besides that, I've got a MAP sensor, manifold absolute air pressure, whatever it is, and I've got a coolant temperature sensor. And that should be all I need to, and an oil pressure sensor, which this really doesn't interface with the computer. It just gives me my gauge on the dash. It updates that. I've got a leak right here, and I've got to pull this apart. And that's one of the last things I have to do to make this thing reliable. Figures I'd get that done when all the sun goes down. Should have started later in the day, I guess. Go back and put an aluminum floor in there later when I collect enough. I'm missing a couple more pieces. Never know what you're gonna find in the scrapyard. I changed the shift points and I changed the lockup for the torque converter. I think by adjusting the line pressure. And what I'm going to do is loosen it up a little bit now, because it's locking up way too early. And it's like making it a slug. I use the SCT tuner to put a towing program on the transmission. And I adjusted my revolutions per mile. They're supposed to be 565 for the size tires I have, but I had to adjust it to 600 so that GPS matches my speedometer here. So hopefully that makes a difference. Right now I can already tell by putting the towing tune on it that it shifts a lot firmer, which I'm hoping that's a good thing. About 1600 RPM. I think that's about perfect for what I want anyway. I know one thing, I've seen the most boost just now
30 pounds of boost out of it just 1 second ago. Oh yeah, 30 pounds of boost right there, right close to it. This engine develops maximum torque at 1600 RPM. So right now I'm right at 1600 RPM doing about 60 miles an hour. Which is, I guess, great if I'm towing something. It's at its peak torque. I know one thing, I haven't seen that fuel level move at all. Either it's broken or I'm getting really good fuel mileage, I guess. Starting to smoke now, I noticed. This thing hasn't smoked like that. I wonder what's going on with that. Maybe this engine's getting broken in. I'm starting to see 30 pounds of boost, which I wasn't before. Well, I got a lot to learn, but pretty happy with my project so far. I think I'll end up having a pretty good truck after all.
Hey, thanks for watching my channel, and if you haven't subscribed already, please do for future updates. Remember, build it, don't buy it.